All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakaha Kodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And as always, giving a special peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect, our Reverend Brother Zion. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to feed the sheep and the lambs of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And this is going to be a response video, all right, to a few situations that happened, all right. One being the brother from LA who had that incident, all right. And then the other situation, I was just watching the Elder Manat Zakba from South Carolina, where it was this one guy who basically tried to defend, the brother who came up to the camp when the elder brother told him, not at this time, basically. If you watching, and you know what's going on, brothers know what I'm speaking about. So, however, the first situation with the brother from LA, that situation pretty much, it hit my spirit because I do the same work as that brother. I'm also a New York State armed security guard. I work in that field where I carry a firearm every day and I wear a bulletproof vest, and I know how dangerous that job can be, but at the same time, I move every day with faith in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So like I said, I carry a firearm every day at work and I wear a bulletproof vest, and sometimes I work with law enforcement. I'm not a cop, but I work around, police, firemen, EMTs, and etc. So when I heard that happen to that brother, it basically made me realize, it was like a spirit, like, okay, you got to be more on point. Because as the leader of the LA camp was saying, they believe that that was a sent, that person who did that to that brother was sent. The way the brother described the dude who stabbed him up. And the reason why I wanted to respond to both of these situations is because they go hand in hand. Um, we're not like these other camps, okay? We're not worried about how many members we can bring in. We're not worried about bringing in as many people as possible. That's not how Great Millstone operates, okay? Um, we're and I'm speaking from being in GMS since 2009. Um, we're a camp that's very circumspect. We're a camp that's quality over quantity. We're gonna watch everything you do. We're gonna watch everything you say. Uh, we're gonna basically watch you, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, when you come up to the camp and you listen, we're gonna watch you. We're gonna peep you because it's awkward out here. Okay, and the fact that that situation happened to that brother, it shows that there's demons out here. There's people who sent to try to harm us. Um, and we just have to watch what we do. We have to be circumspect. Okay, so when the elder brother Manatazak told the brother on the comment board, not at this time to come up to the camp, it wasn't because he wasn't trying to, edify the brother or because he didn't like him. You know, he's just being circumspect. We don't really now. Granted, we are out there on the highways and the byways. Okay, so people can walk up whenever they want to, right? But it's not like we just want to put you in the camp, okay? Because you ask, right? That's not how it works. And we live stream for a reason. If and like the brother said, we ain't no celebrities, man. We ain't, we're just regular men. A lot of people say, yeah, we want to meet you. We want to meet you. You know, we ain't no celebrities. We just regular men. Like the brother was saying, if you want to see us, just watch the live stream. Now that situation came and went, but the point is, man, you have to watch who's around you at all times. Okay, and don't just be letting anybody, get too close to you, walk up on you while you teaching, because these people are weird as hell out here, man. Okay, when you out there on the highways and the byways, you brothers that's out there on the forefront, make sure people are giving you your distance. Don't just be letting dudes get all close to you. It's a lot of fucking weirdos out here, man. And like I said, that brother that happened to in LA, the brother that got stabbed up, that proves a lot. There's a people out here who are weirdos, and people out here who are sent to harm us. Okay? Now, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we know that brother's all good. And, I don't want to say it like this, but, the Lord, used him in a way as an example to have us be on point. Okay? And I'm glad that brother's okay. All right? I'm glad that brother's okay, man. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. So this is Ephesians chapter 5, one of my favorite scriptures. In verse 14, it says, "Wherefore he saith, Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahweh shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." All right, and we understand that the days are evil, and there's so many wicked ass spirits out there. Okay, that you gotta watch. Listen, brothers, you gotta watch every fucking thing, man. You gotta watch if a dude putting his hands in his pockets too much, if he reaching in his bag. You gotta watch every fucking thing, man. And I'm not saying you go out there and you be scared, all right? Because we move with faith. But at the same time, use wisdom and watch these demons, man. I mean, think about it, man. There was a brother just got stabbed while being on his job. Okay, and like I said, I do the same exact work as that brother. I'm a New York State Armed Security Officer. Okay, so that shit really hit me. I'm pretty sure it hit all you brothers, but it really made me think like, damn, and like the elder brother from LA was saying, the spirit had it to where that brother didn't squeeze his weapon, because he could have murdered that dude that stabbed him. Killed him, shall I say. Okay, but he didn't. And I've been on the job to the point where shit, I was like, do I have to draw my weapon? But I didn't, because we're not carnal at the end of the day. All right. Wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And what is the will of the Lord? The will of the Lord is to, first and foremost, all right, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? The scriptures say the fear of the Lord is also the fountain of life. So we have to be circumspect on all levels. We don't know if it's the dude that's on the comment board that says he wants to come to the camp. It could be a damn dude under a false name. He show up to the camp, now he's starting trouble. We don't know, man. We take every precaution through the spirit. But we know that there's a bunch of wicked spirits out there. Okay? So like I said, Great Millstone is not a camp where we just let you in. Oh yeah, brother, Shalom, come on in, man, come on in. We was out there teaching a couple weeks ago, and a dude rolled past in the car. Shalom, I love you, brothers, man. We just put up the fist, okay, cool. We don't know you from a can of paint, right? Good to see you. Keep it pushing. And like I said, we watch everything, and we're gonna address things if it's not right. We're gonna address it, because you can't see. Like I said, man, and I'm not trying to make it seem like GMS is this group. Like, if you follow Great Millstone and you give double honors to the apostles and elders, there's certain ways you have to behave yourself. There's certain ways you have to conduct yourself. There's certain things that you have to do. You can't just be this loose, busybody ass nigga doing what you want to do and teaching what you want to teach. Nah, man. It's very structured over here. Okay? So if you want to have the loose booty doctrine, go follow somebody else. We don't give a shit. Because what we're doing over here is uplifting Yahweh Shai. And you brothers can see what's going on, man. There's a lot of wickedness out there. Okay? And be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but filled with the Spirit. Okay? Be filled with the Spirit, not carnal minded. Okay? The scriptures tell us what? For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Right? So what I'm trying to say is, you know, there's oppositions out there, man. And we have to overcome those oppositions through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now, the elder Manatazak, who told that brother, you know, not at this time, don't come to the camp. You had the one dude respond and say he was shutting up the kingdom of heaven to that brother. How? Did he block him from his YouTube page? Did he stop him from getting the word? You know? He just told him not at this time. We don't want anybody just, you know, showing up to our camps. You can do it. We out there. But if you ask, don't, and we give you a certain answer, you know, you can't be mad at that. And like I said, that brother, he said he was wrong for that, right? Because obviously he knows what he did was wrong. Okay? And you know, good for that brother, man. Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. And you see a lot of people in the flesh, walking after the flesh, and not after the spirit. It says, because ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh Shai, he is none of his. Now, my heart back on that situation one more time, with the brother from LA. You know, that pretty much put everybody on high alert. You know, we was on high alert anyway, but that pretty much put us on more high alert. All right. And for the person who did that, may Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai destroy you. You know, Shalak, Rayam, Wa, Nashim, Wa, Haragium, Wa, Mashpadium, on all of you, man, for harming the man of the Lord. You know, may the spirit of the Lord heal that brother quickly, man. And now that I'm on, it's crazy because I just actually changed job sites. I was doing armed security in a grocery store, but now I'm in the hospital now, right? So now I'm working around particular patients, people with mental health issues. You know, a hospital could pretty much be grounds for a lot of shit. So now I gotta definitely be you know, watching for myself, out for myself, you know. But the Lord will sometimes put us in positions to where, you know, he teaches us. All right. And like I said, man, I pray that brother is okay, man. But you fucking weirdos out there, man. You want to get close to us and shit. You people are weird as hell, man. And you give off weird energy. And we can read them spirits, man. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye live through the spirit, do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many as are led by the spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of Yahweh. And we believe through faith that that's us. Okay? Because we don't take breaks. We go out on the highways and the byways. We teach diligently. We move with the spirit. You know, we're not perfect. Okay? But we try. We try to be as perfect as possible. All right? So this, you know, these situations that we're seeing are circumspect situations, okay? And we're supposed to watch as well as pray, like the scriptures say. All right. Matthew chapter 26. Salakia. Matthew chapter 26 and verse 40. It says, "And he cometh unto his disciples and findeth them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What, ye could not watch with me for an hour?" I'm going to the point, by the way. It says, "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation, for the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Okay, and we just read that, to follow after the things of the spirit. Okay, because the flesh is weak, and that's why sometimes, we can get caught up in the lust of the flesh. All right, which is contrary to the spirit. So we have to watch, man. Every brother should be on a watch. Okay. And I've been thinking about, doing this video the entire day. But I just seen the video that Elder Brother Manat Zak made. So I said, let me go ahead and get to this real quick. It's gonna be quick, Luke chapter 21 and start at verse 33. It says, "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with the suffering and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell upon the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and stand before the Son of Man." Okay? And what's coming? We know the sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. So pretty much, like I said, this wasn't going to be a long video, but those two situations go hand in hand, from the brother, being harmed, at his job, the brother got, cut up, stabbed up. That situation proved that there's wickedness out there. We're behind enemy lines. Okay. And people can be sent to harm us. Okay. And then from the camp situation, the elder brother was pretty much just being circumspect. He wasn't going off and trying to stop from teaching anybody. If anything, that brother edifies on a very high level, and he's very consistent. Okay. Which proves he cares for the sheep. But we just don't want people, coming up on us. All right. And like I said, you brothers out there, man, when you out there on the highways and the byways, make sure people is keeping their fucking distance from you, 6 feet. All right. Bag up, man. Because you want to be able to fucking protect yourself if somebody decides they want to harm you. And that's why we have brothers on posts and things of that nature, man. So make sure you stand on your watch. That's the point of the video. All right. Lord willing, you will edify. All praises be to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. It's the brother Zion signing off. Lord willing, you will edify. Shalom.